So don't try in the beginning, just let your breath be. Let yourself come into your body as this marvelous physical entity that it is. Strategies here is to feel breathing. So maybe you feel cool air in and out of your nostrils.
Okay, got it.
Maybe you feel, you could even physically touch your side ribs and feel them expand and contract. Or you could place a hand on the heart and a hand on the lower belly and feel the act of breathing. And let that act of breathing, let that be the path your mind follows. And for a few breaths, focus on coming to the complete end of your exhale before you inhale again. Maybe you even want to put a little pause at the very end of your exhale before you inhale again. And just make a note to yourself that this practice, the one of focusing on coming to the end of your exhale for inhaling again, is just an easy switch to flick. I mean, it could just be a simple situation like you're frustrated with the person you live with. Or you're reacting to an email. Come to the end of your breath. And then give the spine a little bit of a upward momentum here. Straighten up a little bit if you found yourself slouching. Think of all those beautiful crocuses that are out right now, their vibrant colors, and how they open during the daytime to the sun. And imagine the crown of your head that way. And then exhale an ear to a shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. Keep going back and forth. So I woke up, well, we came back from a walk. Sunday was my birthday. There was no present from my husband. He said, it's coming on Monday. We came back from a walk and there's these big boxes on my porch. And it is a chicken coop. I'd be getting chickens.
Oh.
Inhale back to center. Exhale, swivel your chin towards your shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. And still coming as you move to the end of that exhale. Both sides an equal number of times. Come back to center and tip your chin down to your chest. Inhale through the back ribs. Exhale, coming to the very end. And as you come to the end, allowing the shoulders to soften. Inhaling back up to center. And then with the palms facing up, inhale, the arms coming up. Exhaling them down a couple of times. This time when you inhale them up, wiggle up and out of your hips a little bit, a nice big stretch as much as you can, all the way through your fingertips with nice spread fingers. And then exhale, join the palms of your hands together. Bring them out in front of you. Lift them up over your head. Exhale them back down in front of you again. A couple times. And at any point, if you're tired of sitting cross-legged, just extend your legs out in front of you. You could even sit on a chair here. I read something lovely about yoga the other day, which is asana, which is poses. They are a gesture, an action, not a noun. So it doesn't matter how you inhabit them. The point is the inhabiting. This time when you inhale, your arms up overhead, wiggling up as much as you can, and then keeping both sit bones rooted, a little opening to one side. Inhaling back to center, exhaling other side. Couple more times each side. Back up to center. Give yourself a great big hug. Squeeze as tight as you can on the inhale. Exhale, let it go through your mouth. 2 more times. Inhaling nice and tall, keep in your hug. Engage your deep center line. And exhale, twist over a little bit to one side. Inhale, spine comes nice and tall. Exhale, twist over. 2 more breaths like this. And then tip your back shoulder down, lift your front shoulder up, and just feel a little bit of opening on this side. Inhale up back to center, center yourself out. Nice and tall through that crocus head of yours. Exhale, other side. 3 breaths, inhaling up, exhaling twist. And inhaling to center. Oh no, wait. Dropping the back shoulder, lifting the front shoulder. Trying to breathe space in between your ribs on the raised side. And then inhale. Come on back to center. Let your arms go. Bring your legs out in front of you. And bounce them up and down a little bit on the floor. Then give your ankles a roll in one direction. My poor ankles. It is good to walk, but I had 30,000 steps yesterday. 23 kilometers, my feet hurt. Point the toes, flex the feet. And then we're going to come up for something a little bit different. We're going to start all the way up in standing. So you can bring your lift to the side. I will adjust my camera so you can all see while I'm standing, or at least see some of me. And we're going to stand in down pose. Build your base. Build your mountain from the bottom up. So feet nice and spread, arches lifted, toes and heels engaged. Spend 3 breaths just standing like this, working on that engagement right from the bottom up, that support structure. And then slowly shifting the weight onto your right foot. We're going to really engage through that foot and through that leg, and then just gently lift your other toes just a little bit off the floor, or you can keep the toes touching the floor. But this is just a little one-legged balance to encourage all those muscles of the feet to work. And at any point, set the foot down when you're ready. Otherwise, engage your deep center line and keep breathing. When you're ready, that foot comes down. Shake out your legs a little bit, and then establish your mountain pose again. Really engaging through that foot, lifting up through the arch, settling through the heels, engaging all the way up the leg into the bum, and lift the other foot. So it's like the standing leg is your pillar. And you may sway back and forth, that's okay. Feel if you can, keep your breath. Help you to be steady, coming all the way to the end of the exhale. But while you're doing that, see if you can feel all those muscles in the ankles and the foot working. And they're shifting, they're reacting. And setting that foot back down, giving your legs a little shake. Mountain pose again. Inhale the arms up. And exhale them down. Couple more times. If you want, you can even just bounce a little through the knees. So bending a little on the exhale and coming out nice and wide, putting some energy into it on the inhale. This time, inhale the arms up or wide, depending on you and your shoulders. And exhale over to one side. Keep The opposite foot nice and rooted. Breathe into that whole side body. Inhale up to center. Exhale, other side. Back to center. Exhale, other side. Is that someone's lovely clock?
It's not.
Is it a grandfather clock?
It's a mantle clock, but it belonged to my grandfather.
Oh, it's beautiful. You never hear that these days. It's amazing. Inhale up.
Hear it every
Growing up to a clock like that. I haven't thought of that in years. Inhale the arms nice up, a little back bend if you like. And then exhale, we're going to forward fold. Take one full breath here. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Then bend through the knees, root through the feet. Inhale all the way up. Hands come down. Mountain pose. Fingers, little thumbs here. Just gentle pressure on the chest as a reminder to keep the chest nice and wide. We're going to do that forward bend 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. 1 inhale, pause, exhale, pause here. And then root through the feet again. Inhaling up to standing. Exhaling, mountain pose. 1 more time, inhaling up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway up. Nice long spine, exhaling, forward fold. Let's stay here for a couple breaths this time. Thinking about length all the way up the back of your legs, right from your heels, so that whole back chain of leg. See if you can feel softness coming in to all the connective tissue and the tissue around your sit bones. You can nod your head yes, shake it no, get that neck nice and loose. Then rooting through the feet. Inhaling, coming up again. Exhaling, mountain pose. Bring your arms out in front of you, parallel to the floor. Bend the right arm, swoop the left arm underneath. And inhale, raise the elbows. Exhale, let them come down. A couple times. And then if you like, you can engage the whole spine as your elbows come up, your chest lifts, the back of your head and your chin karma line up. Exhale, everything comes down. 2 more times like that. And are you remembering to come to the end of your exhale? Let your arms come down. Give them a good swing. We don't swing our arms enough. It feels good, doesn't it? Inhale, arms come back up. This time the other arm bends. I think it's the left arm this time. The right arm comes underneath. Inhaling the elbows up. Exhaling down. And then bringing your whole chest, if you like, into it. But really the action is coming right from your feet. So it doesn't need to be a whole lot of motion, but a little motion in a lot of places. Exhale down. 2 more times. And then just give your arms another swing. You can even do big windmills with your arms if you like. Feels good in the shoulders. And then windmill them the other way. They miss swimming, I'll tell you that much. And then if you have your strap handy, grab your strap. We're gonna stay in mountain pose with our feet, so connect down again to your feet. Engage your legs. The hip sockets roll out and back a little bit. The strap comes between your thumb and your forefinger, wider than shoulder width, however much that is for you. We're just gonna inhale the arms up, keeping the, so really what we want is the motion just to be coming through the shoulders. We're not wanting to do this. So keep the abdomen stable. Just inhale and exhale. Come to the end of your exhale. And this time we're going to inhale, the arms will come up. The exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, let a little tension on the strap help you come back to standing. 2 more times. This time while you're down, stay as long as you like. Take a couple breaths. At any point, you can let the strap fall and bring your arms down. We're still engaged to the feet. We're still thinking of the back line of the legs. And breathing into the shoulders, keeping the neck nice and loose. And then inhaling, coming on up. Putting the strap to the side, we're going to use it again in a bit. And then turning so that you're the long way on your mat, and your feet are like pigeon or penguin feet, so they're facing out. But we still want our feet engaged here and our bum engaged. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. This time bring your hands under your shoulders. I'm not sure if you can see me super well here, but on the inhale, you're going to raise one arm up to the ceiling. The exhale brings it back down. Inhale the other arm up. Exhale brings it back down. A couple more times on each side, following the rhythm of your own breath, coming to the end of your exhale each time. And if you have blocks handy and you feel like you could use a little more height, now would be the time to put them under your hands. One more time each side. And then if you have your strap nearby, you can inhale up, stand up, fix your strap. Again, it's coming shoulder width apart or more behind us. And this time we're going to inhale and exhale, forward fold in a wide-legged stance with the strap coming overhead. I'm taking a few breaths here. And inhaling, coming up to standing. Exhaling, heel toeing your feet together. Then we're going to come onto our hands and knees, onto the floor, but keep your strap handy again because we're going to use it on the floor. So table pose onto the floor. And a few cat cows. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Pick a place in your vertebra, in your spine that you would like to move from as you keep inhaling up, exhaling down. Maybe pause in between the inhale and the exhale, allowing a little space to release. And then coming back to center. Exhaling, look towards a hip. Inhale back to center. Look towards the other hip. A couple more times. And then back to center. Walking your hands out to hand length in front of you. Inhaling, the chest lifts. Exhaling, hips sink back to your heels. As much as they can. Couple more times. Inhaling. Exhaling, hips to heels. Thinking of length through your fingertips all the way down into your hips. So your whole back on both sides is nice and long. Now you can do this again and come down and stay on with your hips to your heels, or you can bring your arms down. Interlace your fingers together and sink your hips back here. And then reverse prayer your arms behind your head. And that's just a little bit more length to the back of the side body. Breathe into it here. One more breath. Then we're going to walk our hands back out again, nice and long. Inhale, lift the chest and the chin. Exhale, curl the toes under. A quick downward facing dog. And especially all that walking we're doing, pedaling the feet up and down. Really sending that heel towards the floor. One leg at a time. And you can involve your hips as much as you like. You can rock back and forth if you wanted to. Then maybe lift both feet at a time, both heels, settle them. Lift both heels, settle them, and then just find a moment of stillness where you're reaching up and back with your sit bones. Your shoulder blades are rolling out away from you. And then coming onto your knees again and finding your way so that, and again, if you want blocks here, it would be good to have the blocks handy. Swing your right leg forward and come onto your back knee You can roll up a little blanket if your knee is uncomfortable, or you can even come onto the ball of your back foot. But here we're just going to inhale forward. Exhale. Very good timekeeper. It must be 15 minutes.
It's gonna do this 10 times.
This time, inhale forward and just stay for a couple breaths, keeping the deep center line engaged, but the upper body nice and easy. Keep the collarbones wide, the neck soft, and settle back into your breath. And then inhale, bring the hands down either on the floor beside you or a block, and lift your front foot. And then point your toe and bring it down to the floor again. A couple times, inhaling the foot up, exhaling it down. And then bringing the hands down again, bringing that leg back. Table pose again. And then bring your left foot forward this time. Come on up. Now, if you like, you could always stay with your hands on the floor or on the blocks, a little raised, or you can come up to your knee and just inhale forward. Exhale back. The deep center line is staying engaged. So we're still nice and supported, just like we would be if we were standing. The next time you find yourself forward, stay here and take a couple breaths. You might feel a little lengthening in the back of your, or in the front of your back leg. And inhale, shift the weight back, draw the left hip crease back. Inhale that front foot up, exhale it to the floor. You can even, if you like, you can shift the foot around. So you can exhale it to the side, and then to the middle, and to the other side. Or you could just go straight up and down. It's completely up to you. Hands come back down to the floor. Follow your hands and knees. And then just shift over so you're sitting. We're going to sit cross-legged again. So if you have the mobility, one leg comes over the other leg. If you don't, then just keep your legs crossed in front of you. Inhale the arms nice and tall. Exhale over the legs, and then just walk over to the side. So the side of the leg that's tucked in closest to you, lean over that way. And walk your hands back up. Switch your legs, so other leg comes either forward or on top now. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lean forward here. And then walk yourself up. We're going to bring our feet out in front of us. So you can either come down to the floor coming onto your side, or you can walk yourself down your legs, or use your hands behind you to come all the way down to the floor into constructed rest. Bring your strap up by your shoulders, just so you have it handy. Arms come out in a T. Exhale, legs shift for windshield wiper one side. Inhale back to center.
windshield wiper, other side. One more time each side. And then back to center. Bring your left foot just under your right knee on your thigh. And here you can have your strap handy. You could loop it behind. Or bring your knee or your hands right behind your knee. But draw that leg in towards the chest, and then on the inhale, just let it release a little bit. Inhale, exhale it in. Inhale it out. And then set your right foot on the floor. Bring the strap around the ball of your other foot. And the right leg long along the floor now. On an inhale, inhale that strap up. The foot comes up. Exhale, let it come back down to the floor. Keeping the upper body nice and soft here. The jaw soft, the neck soft. Inhaling the strap up. Exhaling it down. One more time, inhaling it up. Taking the strap into the left hand, right hand comes in a T on the floor for support. Keeping your right hip connected into the floor, deep center line engage. Exhale, open your left leg out to the side and take a few breaths here. Keep those shoulders nice and soft. Effortless effort. If you're shaking and quivering, go back a bit. Inhale the leg up to center. Switch your hands over, pushing through the ball of the foot as you let that leg come across your body. Same thing here. Effortless effort. You want to feel a little bit of resistance. But if you're struggling against it, ask if you can just back off a little bit. And inhale that leg up to center. Remove the strap and let the leg come down beside the other leg on the floor. Take a centering breath in between sides. And then find the strap. We're going to loop it. Oh no, sorry. We're going to bend both legs again. The right foot goes below the left knee here in a figure four. Either use your strap or your hands to draw behind the opposite leg. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, let them come out a little bit. Up times. Set the feet down. Extend your left leg along the floor this time. This strap goes around the ball of your right foot. Inhale, leg comes up. Exhale, let it lower. Couple times. You can even use your hands to walk up and down the strap. Keep your left leg active on the floor. And inhale this time, stay up with the leg. Strap comes into your right hand. Left hand extends out along the floor and then open up to that side. I'm going to move my candle so I don't light my hands on fire, which would be problematic. Opposite hip stays connected to the floor. Ease in the shoulders and the chest. Inhale up to center. Exhale, other side. Switch your hands. Let the leg come over. See if you can angle out a little bit through the ball of your big toe. So push out a little bit through there and feel if you feel that just slightly differently, the outer edge of the hip. Then inhale to center again. Move the strap. We'll let that leg come down. Arms come out in a T. Lift the hip up so that you're just on the outer edge of your left hip and let the legs come over in a twist. If you have a cushion or something nearby, you could always put the cushion in between your legs if you would like that. And look out over your opposite arm. Couple breaths here. Inhale back to center. Straighten your feet on the floor and your hips on the floor. Shift over onto the outer edge of your right hip and let the legs fall into a twist. And remember about coming back to the end of your exhale. Letting that be a cue to soften. And inhaling, everything comes back to center. Hands onto your knee, or just let your fingers, like little bird feet, come down over your kneecaps. Exhale, legs squeeze into the chest. Inhale, they open. 2 more times, exhaling in. Inhaling, open. Last time, wrapping your arms around your knees or hugging behind your legs, giving yourself a great big hug and rock back and forth. And then making your way into your favorite rest pose. You can jerry-rig something up. Mark for the kind of angled recline. Get a cushion or a rolled up blanket or a towel for under your knees otherwise, if you'd like one. Take your hands and just place them just gently on either side of the back of your head and just very gently encourage your neck to lengthen. So you don't even have to lift your head, you can just pull up a little bit with your fingertips. If you find that your shoulders are poking into the floor, dig into your elbows and roll your shoulders under, and then just return to your breath. Taking 5 breaths where you make a conscious decision to come to the end of your exhale before starting the next inhale. Slowing everything right down. And then after your 5 breaths, just letting your body sink into the sunlight of the day.
I know we have read this poem before, but it seems so applicable in this time and in this spring. Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Making whatever movements and breath you need to make in order to come back into the root. And slowly finding your way up to a seat. And then we will chant Om Shanti 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 together, and then I will stop recording and we can say our goodbyes. So after the inhale, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste to each of you. I'm so glad, Julia and Mark, that